Okay, guys, listen. I want to talk about something. My little cousin put a post up tonight on Facebook, and I gotta admit, it made me feel some type of way. Yes, I get in my feelings sometimes too. Anyways, her post, and I know she's feeling this way because she's in love, but the post had said, it was like a little, like a quote, or not really a meme. It was just like one of those little quotes people post up. And it said, when I get married, it's going to be my first marriage or my only marriage, or something like that. And it made me feel some kind of way because you guys know I'm divorced. I divorced my kid's father, for many reasons. But anyways, I'm like, when I saw it, I'm like, okay, who doesn't? You know what I'm saying? Like, that was like the reaction that went in my head immediately when I saw it. Because let me explain something to you guys. All you never been married people out there, okay? When people get married, they're not thinking about divorce. No one goes into marriage thinking about divorce. It doesn't happen like that. When you find out you're getting married, someone asks you to marry them, you're happy. You're thinking forever after. You're thinking white picket fence. You're thinking this is my soulmate. This is the person that God has sent for me. Nobody is thinking divorce. And it makes me feel some type of way because people who have never been married before act as if people who have been married and divorced, they wanted that to happen. You act like that's what we wanted to happen. Like we went into getting married to get a divorce. As if you're the only ones who are going to accomplish living happily ever after. No, it doesn't work like that. And, kudos to you if you get in a situation and you so happen to be with that person forever or whatever, 20 years, 30 years. Yeah, I respect all relationships, whether a ring is on it or not. Being that I was married and I actually experienced how it was living with the man, putting up with that man, it's not an easy task. So I give respect and props to anybody who can stay married for 10, 20, 30 years with someone. It doesn't even you don't even have to really be married. Common law marriages, those people, I respect you because it's not easy. You know what I'm saying? But I say this to say this. When people get divorced, one or two things happened. Either one of the partners outgrew the other, or the woman didn't value herself or didn't know her worth at the time when she married that particular man. Because, we all have, friends and family members in our lives who pretty much try and tell us who we should marry and who we shouldn't marry. For whatever reason, they see a person fit for you or not fit for you. It really doesn't matter what people tell you, what advice they give you. You have to have self-love. You have to know what you want. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times marriages end in divorce because we simply married the wrong person. And there's nothing wrong with that. Single people who have never been married, stop trying to make divorcees and people who are divorced feel bad or guilty for being divorced. Sometimes divorce can be a happy thing. When I divorced my ex-husband, that was the best thing that I could have done because it was a pointless situation. You know what I'm saying? I would have never been able to get to where I am now had I stayed in that relationship, trying to fight for something that had died a long time ago. See, me, I'm not the type of person that have any points to prove to anybody. The only person that I'm trying to make happy is me. And if I'm not happy, I'm going to leave a situation. That's if I move into an apartment, if I move into a house. If I'm not happy, I'm breaking the lease. You're not going to tell me where I have to stay. You know what I'm saying? That's just always been me. People who know me, they know lease or not, commitment or not, ring or not. If I'm not happy, I'm getting the hell up out of this situation. Life is too short. I'm not about to kill myself, start looking older than I am, stressing myself out, trying to stay in a situation to please everybody around me because people are telling me you look cute together. You compliment each other. You guys been together this long. Why break up now? Because it's weighing on my mental, because my health is fading. No, I'm not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? So again, just because people divorce, it is not always a bad thing. Trust me. And for all you people who have never been married, you will learn. You will see what I'm talking about. You can't understand because you haven't been there. But, until you start to get to know a person, that's a factor. You know what I'm saying? It's like once you start realizing what you really want. See, when we get into relationships, we really don't know what we want. We just go into relationships on infatuation. A lot of times we get with people because of how they make us look, how they make us feel, what they may have. We look good together, but we really not with that person because we really know that person. You know what I'm saying? You don't really know a person until you live with a person. You don't really and sometimes people who are in these marriages 10, 20, 30 years still don't know their spouses. They still don't know who they're dealing with or who they're sleeping with. At that point, you're just in the situation because of the companionship, because you're used to being with that person, not necessarily because you love that person. So don't get it twisted. Just because you see a person in a long-term relationship, 10, 20, 30 years or whatever, that doesn't necessarily mean they're happy. You have no idea what's going on behind closed doors. You have no idea why they're even still together. You know what I'm saying? But that post, like I say, it rubbed me the wrong way. And I've seen that post a couple times, but just tonight, I'm like, wait a minute. Why are you trying to make me feel some type of way for being divorced? There's nothing wrong with being divorced. I think it's common good, judgment to get a divorce, especially when you're in a situation with a person who ain't doing you no good. If that person is hindering you, crippling you, holding you back, you're not happy, you're always arguing, you're never on the same page, you don't see eye to eye, you don't have nothing in common, you're only having sex with each other because you're there, might as well do it because I ain't doing it with nobody else yet, haven't found nobody else to float my boat yet, so I might as well do it this time with them just to, scratch that itch. No. I mean, if you're in that type of situation, no, get out. It's a waste. You're just wasting time at that point. You know what I'm saying? So to all you never been married people, trust me, every married person, every divorced person who has ever been married did not get married to get a divorce. We all thought that we were going to be with that person for the rest of our lives until we got to know that person. So good luck to you with who you're dealing with. And I pray to God that person is exactly who you have put in your mind to be. Because trust me, we all had the fantasy. We all wanted to believe that our spouse was perfect, didn't cheat, didn't lie, didn't deceive, wasn't a creep, wasn't a jerk, wasn't an asshole. None of us wanted to believe that. But until we started really seeing what we were really dealing with, is when the papers got filed. Especially in my case, once you start valuing yourself, like I said, you got to really know what you want. 9 times out of 10, going into a marriage or in a relationship, you don't know where your growth is. You don't know where you are. You don't even know what you want. You don't even know. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what you want until you get a person that you don't want, doing something that you don't want, or doing something that rubs you the wrong way, or, doing something that goes against your standards, your principles, your integrity, a person that's compromising your integrity at that. So you start to wonder, who am I in love with? So then the fight becomes fighting to gain back your, dignity and self-respect, and trying to take back your emotions and everything you put into this person just to get away from this person. So nobody gets married to get divorced. Who does that? So I just wanted to just put that out there and say that, because I think some of you, I don't know, you know what? I don't know what you guys think. I honestly don't know if you actually believe that every divorced person wanted to be divorced or that was the plan. But I'm here to tell you that was never the plan. The plan was to get married, stay married, live happily ever after, have a ton of kids, the white picket fence, and all of that. But it doesn't work like that. Life doesn't work like that. Your plans don't always go as planned. Shit happens. Okay? It just happens. And like I said again, I'm happy for you. You're in love. You're hoping that this is the man for you. This is the woman for you. You're hoping that it lasts forever. And I'm hoping that it lasts forever, because I wouldn't wish divorce on my worst enemy. It's not a pleasant situation. It's very emotional. It's very draining, emotionally draining. You know what I'm saying? Going through that? No. So you guys just make sure, which you can never be sure. I thought I was sure. I thought my ex-husband, my kid's father, was my soulmate. You couldn't tell me that man wasn't my soulmate. But again, you live and you learn. You grow up and you start valuing yourself. And then you start looking at who you're sleeping with side eye. And then you got to make that choice and that decision. And I hope you guys make the right decision. But anyways, good luck on your relationships. I wish nothing but the best for you guys. All right? Good night.